Up and welcome to my hotel room somewhere in Florida. You know, the best part about being on remote on Zoom is that I have all the power. I can play whatever song I want. They can't yell at me. What do you guys want to hear? Like the Beauty and the Beast anthology out there? You guys hit me with your requests. I'm the DJ for the next hour here on the show. By the way, Daniel Jones making headlines in New York after our interview yesterday. Love to see it. My name is Kay Adams. I'm going to introduce you to a man named Dexter Fowler, who's on the show. Yeah, we're going to talk a little MLB action. We had Shams on yesterday to cut it up about the NBA. We have Rob Gronkowski on the show, the Gronk Takeover, as always. He knows about Florida. He knows what goes on here. I'm looking at a beautiful ocean view. Life is good. This morning, we have a special guest for Gronk, a mystery guest who's actually a mystery. Did he play on a team with him? Sure. Did they win some Super Bowls together? Sure. Did he play on defense? Yes. Guess who it is at Up and Adams show? Lego. Okay, do you want to tell everyone I do not hear? I didn't hear our cold open. I hope we'll be able to hear Gronk and Dexter Fowler and our said mystery guest. Welcome to the show. Look at this beautiful artwork. I mean, this is move over Basquiat, Van Gogh, whatever. Like, this is it. Like Keith Haring, who are you? This is the kind of stuff dreams are made of on a Gronk Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Gronk Day. You know what happens week in, week out. I cannot believe we're almost at the midway point of the season. I cannot believe we are days away from the trade deadline. Thomas Dimitroff is going to join our program tomorrow. We're going to talk to him and have a lot of fun. And yeah, I might just play Snap the whole show. I'm standing for the show. Things are weird. I got my Starbies though, so let's do it. It is Wednesday. You know we do it even if I'm off no sleep with changes in time zones. We don't care. We still want to get you and some consistency every week. We've got our parlay coming up with the Gronkster, but it is time for the underreactions. And I can dance the whole show, guys. Let's do it. I want to start in Pittsburgh because we're going to go to Pittsburgh. We're on the East Coast. I think we are underreacting, people, to how borderline inexplicable, sort of like defies logic, math, whatever. The Steelers are 4-2 right now. Look at this and let me explain. Okay, look at this situation with the ranks of the Steelers. They're 26th in scoring. They're 31st in total offense. They are bottom of the barrel, guys, 30th in total defense, and they're minus 24 in point differential on the year. I repeat, the team record is 4-2. 4-2 right now, okay? It doesn't make any sense. How are they doing this? How did they do it? And to me, I'm going to break it down in a PowerPoint presentation. I'm in the front of the room and I'm talking to Connie from accounting. Listen, here's my, click the slide, number one factor. One, Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin. And end it there. Move on to the next one. He finds a way to keep these guys in games. Oh my God. They make other teams uncomfortable. I think his presence, his tone, his experience does that all. Trips guys on the sideline sometimes. We're not even going to go there. You let a team hang around long enough, he's going to get to you, okay? And he let his team hang around long enough that his star players are eventually going to ball out and make plays, and they did. Number two, TJ Watt. Okay, TJ Watt, we're not talking about him enough. I can't believe we're not talking about a Watt brother enough. It's never happened until right now. He's on another planet right now. And it's not just the 8 sacks, people. It is moments like this. Take a look at this. I hope we're playing it. Yeah. Can we show it? The scoop and score? Yeah. Give me this. Are you kidding me? This scoop and score game winner against the Browns is unbelievable. Or take a look at what he did last week. The Steelers were held to just 3 points in the first half. His interception off of our guy, Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford, led to Pittsburgh's first touchdown and totally sparked the offense. It led to 2 more scores. This is my defensive player of the year to this point with the impact that he's had. And I'm going to go number 3. So you got Mike Tomlin, you got TJ Watt, who should be defensive player of the year. We'll get to that. I know Myles Garrett might have a thing or two to say about it. Number 3, the big factor in this 4-2 start for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett coming up clutch. He just is, and he just does, people. He showed it last year, and it's carrying over into the halfway point of the season as we approach the trade deadline, October 31st. He did it again on Sunday. He had not one, but 2 fourth-quarter touchdown drives, guys, to beat the Rams. And I feel like Kenny can struggle for 55 minutes, and it's not going his way. And Scott Hansen's taking it from the quad box to the whatever box, and it's oh, Kenny Pickett, nothing going on. Doesn't matter. Something happens to him when his back's against the wall, and it makes him come to life. Look at this. He ranks in the bottom 5 in pretty much every category in quarter 1 through 3, and then ranks top 5 in completion percentage yards per attempt, and passer rating in the fourth. So by the numbers this year, guys, that you're seeing, he's ahead. Kenny Pickett, and I'm not like, I wasn't out raging in Miami all night or anything like this. Is like me soberly telling you that Kenny Pickett is ahead of the stars, ahead of the Mahomes, who's being, Kelsey saying he's better than Brady. He's ready to go, ahead of Lamar, ahead of Tua Lipa in these categories. That's crazy. And we'll see if it's sustainable. It might not be, but the Steelers, they're doing it 4-2. They've got a tough test ran this weekend. They've got a 5-2 Jag squad coming to town, but underreacting to the Steelers and everyone involved here and their ability to stay above the fray, given what's going on there and what their ranks are offensively. All right. Another thing that I believe that we are underreacting to is how fun it is to do. I feel like I'm at one of those like desks where like the person doesn't want to sit all day at their cubicle. So they get like the standing desk, or they have like that thing that they can walk on, that like level treadmill while they're doing their work or whatever. Remember that. Yeah, that's how I feel right now, because I'm standing in this hotel room in Florida. But I do want to talk about how we are underreacting to how special the Seattle rookie corner, Javin Witherspoon, is. And now Darius Butler, some were doing push-ups and not drinking shots of tequila, saying, yes, Kay, talk about Javin Witherspoon. We do it a lot, but he's been amazing. The thing is that rookie corners sometimes struggle out the gates historically. Okay. And really, like, I think we're kind of forgetting that because it's getting lost in the sauce that is Sauce Gardner from last year. He's sort of the exception. But what Javin Witherspoon is pulling off early is on another level. Okay. He's currently PFF's highest graded corner in the entire NFL. And it's really not only that he's been successful that sort of stood out. He's sort of playing the game, unlike any corner that we've seen outside of Rod Woodson. I mean that. Okay. He put it all on display Sunday against the Cardinals. And sure, I'm going to look at some plays here. The box score didn't jump off the page. And if you haven't seen the hit yet, I'm going to let Seahawks play-by-play guy, Mike Rabel, just take it and do it justice. We're listening.
Throw, he does. Oh, my goodness. The hit was by Witherspoon. It was a good, clean, legal shoulder hit by Witherspoon. Holy smoke, what a shot.
I mean, he hits like Cam Chancellor. It's the Cam Chancellor vibes that he's giving me. He ball hawks like Richard Sherman, which he, by the way, showed on this pick that got called back because of a roughing the passer call. So taking a look at that. Are you kidding? This is a special player. We all knew it going into it. He gets drafted to the Seahawks. Obviously, lots of legacy, lots of history with great players. I just mentioned Richard Sherman, but he showed off his pass rushing skills on this sack. Okay, that got wiped away too because there was an illegal contact penalty on someone else. He had a trifecta like this against the Giants on Monday Night Football a few weeks ago as well. I don't know if everybody got to watch that game or pay attention. All of those plays did count, okay? And there's a lot of great corners in the league, and there's a lot of guys who are really good at some things, and there's a lot of great qualities that can build the perfect cornerback. There are very few corners in the history of the league that can really impact the game on multiple levels like this. They're getting PhDs in different subjects and different things, okay? I believe we're witnessing the beginnings of greatness with Javin Witherspoon. And I'm really surprised, and I know I mentioned TJ Watt, and I know we're going to talk a little Myles Garrett, our guy Gronk here, but I'm kind of surprised that he's just second in DPOY odds behind Jalen Carter. Okay, but he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it. I think he actually is going to take over the race. No disrespect to Marissa, who's rolling her eyes somewhere, but right now, what Marissa says doesn't matter because. All right. What a great song. We should listen to that song. That should be mandated to be listened to the Snap Power, the Power, before we go on the air every day. Okay. What should my third underreaction be, guys? You hit me up with what are we not talking about enough? What is not getting enough love? Look, a sailboat. By the way, like parasailing. What is this thing that they do with like it looks like they're a kite in the sky? Kite surfing? Is that what that is? Anyone? Nobody can hear me because I have no IFB, nothing in my ear. I could talk about whatever I want to right now. I could talk about Sassy Chance and Shadow from Homeward Bound for the next 40 minutes and nobody can say anything. Okay, my third underreaction, let's get to it, and definitely hit me up with yours. Oh my gosh, there's somebody doing the thing where they're looking for treasure and gold on the beach. What are you trying to find there? What are you doing? At Up and Adam Show. Hammer, they want me to bring you in. I'm fascinated by the people who and they've got like the shovel and they're sifting through. That's what's happening right now.
This is the most unhinged start to a show we've ever had, and then saying something. Ooh, look, a sailboat.
And then there's like a barge, and you know how I'm scared of water, so I'm like looking for a shark fin out there somewhere. But want to see?
Yeah,
I'll show you.
Let's take a look. That's pretty good.
Not bad. No, I ruined my shot that Lisa and I worked so hard to craft over here. Now listen, here's the deal. I'm going to hand over the floor to you. We got Gronk on the show. Dexter Fowler is really picking a bad day to make his debut. He probably doesn't know who I am, what I do, and what he signed up for today, but that's okay. That's okay. You last night tried to pitch me on what my third underreaction should be. And you said, you should really do this. You sent me an unhinged text that said, I've been digging into the numbers for 5 hours. We got to get into this. And I said, you get into it. I refuse, because if I were to even sell this idea, it would just be, everyone in the world would see your hand going up my back for the puppet that I would be, and talking about the Jags, the 5-2 Jags, who've got a big test against the Steelers this weekend in Pittsburgh. But you dug up some numbers, and what are we underreacting to, Hamilton?
All right. I think we're severely underreacting to what Jaguars linebacker Foye Oluokun is doing, not just this year, but what he's been doing over the last couple of years. Because he isn't just the leader of this Jaguars defense, making plays like this pick six that we saw last week off of Derek Carr to lead them to that win on Thursday night. He's having a stretch that puts him with some of the greatest tacklers that this league has ever seen. He's currently second in the league with 81 tackles. That's on pace for 197 on the year. And why is that significant? Check this out. Look at these numbers. It's kind of insane. So since 1987, only 2 players have had multiple 180 tackle seasons since tackles became an official stat. It's him and it's Jesse Tuggle, and he's already on his way to a third this year. So that means that Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, Luke Kuechly, all the great linebackers that this league has seen over that span, none of them have done what Foye Oluokun is doing right now. And by the way, even with these incredible seasons that he's had, 0 All-Pros, 0 Pro Bowl appearances, wow. He's getting 0 buzz outside of Jacksonville. And I really think that we have to do something about this and fix this and get him the love that he deserves.
Now, and love matters, and we're doing that here, and this is unprecedented, and this is your very first underreaction in history Wednesday. I do think he's gotten paid, though, right? Talk to me about that, because there has been some reward for what he's done, because Trent Baalke and the Jags made him the 4th highest paid linebacker in the league. They steal him away from Atlanta last year, and credit to the Jags front office for being aggressive and betting on him, because he sort of changed this whole defense.
Yeah, and everybody was so up in arms about the money that they gave Christian Kirk that this signing kind of flew under the radar too. But this signing might have even been more important than that one. As great as Kirk has been, he's been the captain of this defense, and you know, as you said, basically stole them away from the Falcons, and you know, making him the 4th highest paid linebacker. That was an investment. That was a little bit of a gamble, and it's really paid off.
All right, we appreciate that. You know what time it is.
Gronk time.
Get out of here. Gronk, get in here.
I'm right here. Hi, Carrie.
Your song.
Okay, I just want to say that you are on absolute fire this morning. That's for sure.
I was playing Ice Ice Baby. They couldn't hear it. What's up, Gronk?
Oh, I couldn't hear it. I just want to say you're on absolute fire this morning. I'm kind of jealous a little bit. I like being at the degree that you're at. It's pretty legit. And also your comment, Tua Lipa, had me laughing as well. Huh. I think that Tua and Dua should get married, and Tua should take Dua's last name, and they could be Tua and Dua Lipa. That would be pretty cool.
Tua and Dua Lipa, but then what happens to Taylor Swift and Travis? You can't just, I mean, what do they push them off the top slot? Oh, come on.
Yeah, they get the top slot automatically. Tua and Dua.
Tua and Dua Lipa. Listen, I'm in a great mood. I'm in Florida. I get why you like Florida. I hopped out the plane and I was like, this is amazing. It's like 90 degrees and sunny and beautiful. You know what wasn't beautiful? Alvin Kamara not scoring a touchdown. We were so close, Rob. So close. We had our no sweat same game parlay, so we didn't really lose anything thanks to FanDuel. But ETN came through on the yards. Whatever, like Kamara came through on yards, but what happened? What the Saints had every opportunity to get him the ball.
He did have a lot of opportunities. He got stuffed a few times at the goal line. You know, you just can't win every bet every single week. Just like the Saints, they can't win every single week. But we were so close, but we're going to get it this week, hey? We're going to be optimistic. We're going to come through. We're going to dominate this weekend.
All right, so we got a game tomorrow night. It's the Bucks and the Bills. This is a good one. You, of course, won a Super Bowl with the Bucks. You flirt with the Bills. You flirt with the Bills so hard all the time, and they're doing the damn thing in Buffalo. So here it is, our no sweat same game parlay for Thursday Night Football to kick off week 8, which is crazy. What's the first leg?
You know why I flirt with the Bills? It's like the girl in high school that you always wanted and you couldn't get. And then she wants you once you're successful. It's kind of like the Bills. They passed on me twice. I wanted to go to the Bills. And now they wanted me back when 10 years later. So guess what? I like to just flirt with them to show them what they're missing throughout their career. So that's why I flirt. Okay. But I'm going with the Bills -7.5. You know, the Bucks are sliding right now a little bit. Their offense, they're struggling a little bit. It's in Buffalo. The fans are going to go crazy. Josh Allen always has bounce back games. This is the game he has to bounce back. Buffalo Bills -7.5.
Okay, I love that. -7.5. I like that. I'm going to go with Josh Allen, who you just mentioned, likes to bounce back, and we need him to bounce back. I'm going to give it a cool 250 plus through the air. Okay, why? Because that secondary with the Bucks, I got questions. And they're allowing the 6th most passing yards per game in the league right now, so that seems like a safe bet. Back to you, buddy.
I'm going to go with Dalton Kincaid, their sensational rookie tight end, to have 25 plus receiving yards.
Oh, that's how much you believe in him? Just a teeny meeny 25 plus? That's one grab.
I'm just making it, you know, a nice, easy bet for everyone out there.
I like it. And we'll wrap it up. We'll go with Stephon Diggs. We're going to go Bills heavy on this one. They're playing at home. Tampa's given up, like I said, their secondary. It's just weird right now. They've given up 400-yard games to number 1 wide receivers in 6 games so far this year. 400-yard games. And Diggs is averaging a career high 96.9. 96.9. I think you might like that number, parts of that number per game this season. That's our parlay. Let's recap. Bills -7.5. Josh Allen 250 plus through the air. Dalton Kincaid 25 plus receiving yards. Gronk's helping you out there, guys. And Stephon Diggs. Can he do 70? Can he give me 70 plus receiving yards right now? All FanDuel customers can join our no sweat same game parlay for Thursday Night Football. Right along with us. It's a lot of fun. If it loses, don't bitch about it, because you can get bonus bets back. And that's what happens. So ride with us, or you can always build your own parlay, no sweat style. Do not miss out on your chance for a no sweat same game parlay on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So with this Stephon Diggs stuff, and I'm really liking that. He did tweet this. Can we see this? I ain't going to lie. I do be feeling a little bad when I F up y'all parlay or fantasy. Did you feel bad, Gronk, when you F'd up people's parlay or fantasy?
Not really, not necessarily, because if I did mess up someone's parlay or their fantasy, it was because we kind of ran the ball more that game and I didn't really have the opportunity. So as long as we win the game, you know, that's what's first. That's what's most important, is winning for the fans. Then in that case, it's whatever. It's up in the air with the fantasy owners then. I mean, if I was wide open in the end zone and I dropped a touchdown pass and messed up their fantasy, you know, league in that way, then yes, I would feel bad. But that never happened. I caught all my passes, Kay. I put up all the points that I possibly could. It was never my fault if I didn't come through for the fantasy owners, besides the last, you know, year in the NFL when I wasn't doing so good.
Yeah, I think you were doing pretty well, winning another Super Bowl to make it 4 for you. All right, we got a lot to get to, so we're going to take a short break here, Gronk. I do have a minute. Any guesses while we go to break? Any guesses of who it might be?
I'm going to go with... it's a Patriot player, correct?
I don't know.
You got to come on. You got to at least...
We'll be back with Gronk.
Defense or offense?
It's defense. Okay, Goldfarb, don't come down 2 breaks.
I'm going to go with Devin McCourty.
Devin McCourty. Okay, that's a good guess. Good guess, guys. You guys hit up the chat and tell us who you think's coming on to hang out with the Gronk. That was so fun with Shaner last week. I can't hear him.
I
don't think I can hear anything. I can't hear. I was playing Ice Ice.
How many years was he on the Patriots?
Oh man. Like the half-life of a Matthew Slater, probably. Let me see.
Oh, so
Uh,
about 10.
10 years.
All right. We had Rob Ninkovich on.
Yeah.
Maybe Dante Hightower.
No, but I love Hightower. I wish he'd come on. We got to get him.
Davin McCourty, but you said no. Patrick Chung, he was already on. It's not a repeat guest.
Might be Patrick. It is Patrick Chung. Do we have Patrick Chung on with you?
Wait,
Or without?
it is Patrick Chung?
It is. That's what they're telling me. But now
You
we can't. You have to.
You just gave it away. It's not a
Well, you
surprise
still have to
anymore.
be excited, even though he's been on the show already. He's going to bring those gems.
Yeah, I love Chung. Bring him on every weekend.
Are you on Fox this weekend?
Yes, this weekend coming up, I am.
So they have. We're starting. Do you want to talk about Myles Garrett a little bit, Gronk? Do you want to get to that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start with Myles Garrett.
We'll talk about his box jumps. What are those? 60 plus inches box jumps. 60 inches, which is it is crazy.
We're going to start with giving our guy Gronk love on him calling the Myles Garrett stuff.
All right.
Cool.
Yep.
I've said it twice. Yes, I do.
How much coffee did you have this morning? You're on absolute.
I have not. I haven't slept. I'm bad at time zones.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, good spot. What hotel are you at? Four Seasons?
Nope.
Not the Ritz. Let me see the background again. Turn around. Let's see the beach. I'm familiar with Fort Lauderdale. You're at the W. The Hyatt.
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, you'll have some creepers creeping on you. If you say
100 pounds.
4,
All right.
3, 2.
Gronk and I have a parlay, guys. Get over to FanDuel Sportsbook, play it, comment, do it. Some of your screenshots. Maybe Gronk will retweet a couple of them. I definitely will too. It'll be for tomorrow night's game between the Bills and the Bucks in Buffalo. But we didn't win last week because of Alvin Kamara. I do want to give you a lot of love though, because we were really close to hitting that bet. You have been all about the DPOY, Myles Garrett, since like beginning of September. Okay, so we want to help people who like to have a little fun over at FanDuel Sportsbook. What are you seeing, by the way, with Myles Garrett? Because he was plus 380 back then, like a month ago, and now he's plus 220. So it probably didn't help that he did this whole like jumping over the line of scrimmage field goal block of madness this past weekend.
Yes, Myles Garrett is just an absolute freak show. Just how big he is and how fast he can move. His quickness, his agility is just off the charts. And everyone is just, mind blown with the way that he can jump up onto a 60+ inch box jump, which is super impressive at his size, at his weight. And then finally it paid off. He's been doing that box jump for years now. And now he jumped over an offensive lineman on a field goal and he blocked the kick. How impressive, how athletic that is. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. That's my pick. That's my prediction. He's plus 220 odds now, and he's just been absolutely lighting it up all over the field.
Is there a scarier player in the NFL? So like we're sitting here, we're less than a week away from Halloween. If you had to crown the most terrifying current NFL player, offense or defense, who is it?
I would go with either TJ Watt or Myles Garrett, but I'm going to go with Myles Garrett. He kind of reminds me of Terrell Suggs a little bit. He has that attitude. He brings it every single play. I would actually say he has a bigger motor than Terrell Suggs as well. He's more all over the place. He's more athletic than Terrell Suggs, but Terrell Suggs brought it every single play. He was an absolute monster. But Myles Garrett, he's probably the best defender out there in the NFL right now, one of the most feared guys to block. That's why you had 2 tight ends following him around that one game that we saw, which was hilarious as well. Just huge props to Myles Garrett getting better every single year as well,
I think Terrell Suggs, as cameo in Ballers just came into my head, probably because I'm in near Miami. Remember when he had like a recurring role on Ballers with Dwayne Johnson? You never had a cameo on that show, did you?
No, I never had a cameo on Ballers. I love the show Ballers. I watched, I haven't watched all the episodes. I watched, I think, the first and second season. I got to catch up on it for sure. I loved it.
Okay, you know what I know you're going to love is these Titans Oilers throwbacks. It's Titans Falcons this week. And these are, everyone loves them. King Henry is giving like shades of Earl Campbell. What do you make of the unis?
I love throwback uniforms. That uniform kind of reminds me of that lateral miracle that they had versus the Buffalo Bills when I was younger, because those were the jerseys that they were wearing at the time. So, bad memories because I was a Buffalo Bills fan growing up, when I was a kid. But I like that color. That light blue looks spectacular. I'm all in for the throwbacks.
Do you care about what you were wearing, or were you like when you were wearing a uni combo in New England or with the Bucks that you were like feeling? Did it make you play differently, like look good, feel good, or no difference at all? Did you not?
Yes. No. When you feel good and look good, you definitely play better. And my favorite uniform was the color rush uniform that they came out with for Thursday night football games. The Patriots color rush. That was my favorite. I still have a couple of them at home. And those ones are super dope.
Love that. All right, we're going to bring in Hamilton. He's obsessed with unis. He wanted to make sure to get that in the show, but he's going to hit us with a little segment we're going to call buy or buy. So we're either going to buy it, like, oh, I buy that, I'm into it, or buy. And that's how I'm going to say it obnoxiously. Bye. What do you got, Hammer?
All right, so some fans are starting to get tired of the Taylor Swift of it all. They think that the broadcast is showing her too much. Hey, do you buy that there is too much Taylor Swift coverage during Chiefs games?
There is too much insecurity among NFL fans who are having an identity crisis. They're like, this is mine, and why would we change this? Like, people are like, they show her too much. It just gets boring. I'm sorry, like the game of inches that is football. Like there's so little that changes in the game of football year to year. Gronk, that like I can't understand any argument that isn't excited about embracing a new thing, an absolute icon who's killing it for herself and the NFL, and bringing new people into the party. Why would you not want to take that 6'8" Gronk wingspan and welcome everybody into the NFL? I don't get it.
I would just say bye. It's just a little bit too much. Yes, you can show her, maybe have her perform a song now since they're hyping her up every single week. But we want more football. Yes, it's fine that you show her, but not every single play.
So you think, so if that were you and it would go right to like, if you're Isaiah Pacheco, you're like, what, excuse me, I have a celebration that I worked on during walkthrough in my sweatpants on a Friday night. Why are you showing her?
Exactly. That's my point. Show the players, show the player celebrations.
Show the player celebrations. He's saying too much Taylor. That's RIP, goodbye to your mentions on Twitter today. Okay. What else you got, Hammer?
All right, next one. Gronk, we're going to start with you here. Travis Kelce revealed this week that Patrick Mahomes has a freezer of Dippin' Dots in his home. Gronk, are you buying or waving bye to this?
No, I'm buying it. Dippin' Dots, they're the best. The first time I was introduced to Dippin' Dots was at the amusement park. So you got rides, you got Dippin' Dots. It couldn't be a better day. Can't be a better combo as well. I'm buying it.
What's the most ridiculous? I'll buy it too. What's the most ridiculous thing that you do have, like that other people, like a hyperbaric chamber or like a roller coaster, like Richie Rich? What do you got?
An infrared sauna that I go in about 3 times a week when I'm home. Mm-hmm. So I eat my Dippin' Dots, and then I go in the infrared sauna, and hopefully they just sweat out of me all the Dippin' Dots, so then I can eat more when I get out as well.
Are you a cold plunge guy?
Once in a while. I love dipping in it first thing in the morning whenever like a friend or something has a cold plunge.
I thought you were going to say Dippin' Dots. I was like, I got to get out of here. Hammer, get back in here. Give me another one.
All right. Here's an interesting one. The league's highest paid defensive player, Nick Bosa, has a little side hustle going too right now. He is modeling for Skims. Are you buying this, Kay, or waving bye?
I'm gonna give this one to Gronk. Gronk, have you seen these images and these videos?
Yeah, he's looking good. He's an absolute freak show. He's got a 6-pack. I'm buying it. You know, I'm not going to buy any of the underwear, but I'm buying the ads. Like, I don't mind seeing it. You know, he plays the part. He's massive. He's jacked. So I'm buying it. He looks good. He's a Skims model. Fits the mold.
Gronk is coming for Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian in this one segment. He's not buying your Skims underwear. What does Bosa have to do to get you to buy this underwear? It looks very comfortable.
It does look comfy. I'm just, you know, I got my underwear, you know, of choice already, you know. I'm a built guy. I'm a built basic guy, okay? Those are my type.
I will say did he need the money? Nick Bosa once left me stranded during Super Bowl week, a handsome check, not a really nice check to just stop by and chat. And then he won Defensive Player of the Year and did not show. So he clearly doesn't need the money. I think he's doing it. I don't know. I can't.
He's doing it to show off his body. This is the opportunity to show off his body with the Kardashian line. That's why he's doing it, so he can pick up all the ladies. And I bet you it's working.
It's not wrong. Hamilton, go ahead. I can't comment on this. Go ahead.
All right, this is going to be the last one. This is going to be the last one. The controversy, a lot of it surrounding the tush push that the Eagles have perfected. Some people are saying that it should be banned. Gronk, are we buying the tush push, or are we waving bye to it?
You know, I'm on both sides. I'm buying it because it's working right now. But I'm going to say bye to it eventually, because one team is going to figure it out. There's going to be a player out there that figures it out. And I want to see a linebacker just line up and absolutely time the tush push where he jumps over the pile right when the ball is hiked, and he just absolutely levels the quarterback. And it's a run play for about a -1 yards then, and it stops the tush push. It's working right now, but I want to see that happen. And then there's going to be a brawl after, because that offensive line is not going to like that the linebacker jumped over the line and absolutely decked the quarterback. And that's what I want to see eventually.
I'm buying it. Give me Taylor Swift all the time, and shut up these men yelling at clouds out there about the tush push. If everybody was doing it and it was unstoppable, I would sort of understand if we could talk about banning it. Banning it's crazy. You saw the Vikings Monday night. They tried to do it and they embarrassed themselves. The Giants, they completely flopped with it as well. So the Eagles, they're the only team that does it well, and y'all are just hating on Philly as usual. They should not be punished, and I'm all about the brotherly love. So I am buying it. Give me more. All right, we're going to take a break here with the Gronkster. We might get into some You Had One Rob. We're going to have Fowler talk some MLB for us. And yes, Patrick Chung is going to hop on the show, and Gronk is excited about that. Go play our parlay. FanDuel Sports. Kardashian, I love Skims. I love Skims. So does Bill. Can Gronk hear you? I just Goldfarb, like, especially today, whenever you even hit the call thing, it completely takes Gronk out. Like, so
what,
the less
during the timeout?
but the better. Where is it? Can I just see where it is? It's after that. Okay, you had one. Okay, got it. I don't know the context of these, so I don't want to do it. Okay, but going forward, I would need much more context. Let's do it. I'll bring it in.
That's why I took him and threw him out of the club.
One Rob. What did Kyle Prader do?
Okay, Matt Prader, he went for a field goal. He absolutely shanked it to the left. But I respect Prader. He's been in the league for so long now. The field goal holder has to know the laces got to go out. The laces were facing Prader, kind of messed him up a little bit. You know, you have one Rob. I'm also a former kicker as well with the kick of destiny last year. So Prader, don't get too upset, man. You've been in the league for so long. You know you got to stay calm as a kicker. And as a fellow kicker as well, you're going to have another opportunity and you got to come through. So let's go.
I get disrespectful. I have one, Rob, and it's to get the names right on the show. And I called him Kyle Prader. You wonderfully corrected me that it's Matt Prader, longtime kicker. Now, you bring up the kick. What are the chances? What are the odds over at FanDuel Sportsbook? I've heard a whisper or two about running it back.
I'm trying to run it back. I keep telling FanDuel I want the redemption kick. Mother Nature last year just came through, 45 miles per hour wind. My field goal was going directly down the middle. It was going to be good. The fans of all FanDuel were going to go absolute crazy, and then the wind just blew it to the left. So I'm going to have a redemption kick. I know I'm going to. It hasn't been set, but I keep telling FanDuel, let me do it again. I've been practicing ever since that happened.
We're going to come back on in 10 seconds. I like shows.
I got to get more juice, Kay.
Tannehill will throw it, and this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Oh, Kenyon Drake! A miracle!
Gronk, can you believe that was almost like if we were on our Facebook time hop thing? It would be 5 years ago almost.
I don't like Facebook anymore. I don't like that time hop stuff. I can't believe you're bringing this up, Kay. The Miami Miracle, all right? Miami's been struggling for a long time, except this year, but previously they were struggling for decades. I needed to help them out. You know, I needed the fans to be excited there for once in a while. So when we go down there, the stadium would actually be filled the next year after that. But yeah, the Miami Miracle, everyone's coming at me that I didn't take the angle. I would say I had a good angle. I would say it was just my speed. And did you see me? I slipped on that piece of grass that was sticking out as well. You know,
I saw. I hope you don't think that you didn't bring it up for no reason. But I will say I'm doubling down on your time hop hate. I hate when you scroll to like whatever part of your phone and it shows you like your iPhone just decides to like emotionally abuse you with some memory from like 2 years ago that like, you know what I'm saying? I hate that. How do you even get rid of that? I hate that time hop stuff. It's always like some random date that I went on or ex-boy. Like it's always some like thing I don't want to see, Gronk.
I think you got to go to settings. But I'm not sure exactly where in settings, but you can figure it out.
That's fine. My cute little nephews are featured today. Hello, Sebastian. Hello, Evan. I'm bringing up the Miami Miracle. And by the way, what a nice guy for you to help them like that because they did need it back in the day. But they've always played your Patriots tough for whatever reason, especially down in Miami. I wonder why. This Sunday, the Pats do get to come down here and hang out with me. And the recent history isn't on their side. Belichick's 1-4 in his last 5 at Miami. So is it because he's like, you know, hanging out at Fontainebleau too late? Is he at Live? Like Bill Belichick acting reckless? Like what's the story here?
Yeah, I've heard a couple rumors that, you know, Coach Belichick, he has a place in West Palm as well. So he goes out in Miami first till about 2 a.m. And then he has a limo that brings him to West Palm and he has an after party spot and he's out till about 5 a.m. And then takes about an hour nap and then he comes to the team hotel, you know, while we've been all sleeping and pretends that he's been there as well looking at film. And then he comes in all hungover and drunk at 6 a.m. And then we always lose at when the game's at 1 p.m. because he doesn't have enough time to recover. So that's what happens. Coach Belichick falls for the trap every time he goes to Miami. He stays out all night long, okay?
I know that. And I want to ask you this. I brought up him potentially being traded. I know he redid his deal. And we don't really know like the total specs of it, but is there a world in your head where, and I'm not saying like he gets traded and nobody tells him, like when they were trying to trade you when you retired, which is like one of your best stories and moments ever. But like, is there a world where Bill like knows what time it is, knows like the end of an era, knows whatever. And it's like, yeah, let me redo this deal. And then I want to have say and I'll work it. Cause like, you can't just let Bill Belichick walk away and join another team. Like he has trade value.
Yes, I would say that would be Mr. Krafts' worst nightmare is to have Coach Belichick on another team. You know, he already lost a great one when Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. and won a championship there as well, which I was a part of, which thank you. That was pretty sweet. But just imagine if he lets go of Mr. Kraft and he goes to another team and he wins a championship as well over there. Let's go of Coach Belichick, and then he wins a championship somewhere else. That would drive Mr. Kraft absolutely bonkers. It's not going to happen. I feel like Coach Belichick is kind of grandfathered in with the New England Patriots since he's been there for so long. You know, even if the rules change, when you're grandfathered in, it doesn't matter. You're set until you decide you want to leave.
So you think it's just going to end cutely? Like he's just going to say, I'm ready to go. And Kraft's going to be like, okay. And like, that's how it ends, like a story. Like,
yes, I think that's how it ends. I feel like Mr. Belichick, Coach Belichick, he kind of makes all the shots there. He makes all the calls there. So when Coach decides he wants to hang it up, if it's in 4 years with the Patriots, if it's this year, that's when it's going to happen, is when Coach Belichick decides he has the power there.
They keep ringing this doorbell. Don't you guys understand I'm trying to make news with Gronk? Like, are you guys hearing the gems that Gronk is dropping right now, talking about how this trade is not going to happen? Like, the Patrick Chung can get in here. Patrick, get on in here. Tell me what you think about Bill Belichick being traded. That's what I think's going to happen, Patrick.
What's up, darling?
Hi.
my man's. Nah, I'm with Gronk, man. You can't trade that man. He's a man, but he's one of the greatest coaches. So when he's ready, he'll say it's time, and that's it.
Yep.
What's up, Gronk, man?
John, what up, man? You healing
What's
from
up,
all the
man?
time I whooped your butt in practice and in games, or what? You healed from it yet?
Oh, my God. I'm pretty healed. My body's feeling all right. Now I'm on the golf course, man. I'm chilling, bro.
What does your shirt say? 5 out of 4 people struggle with math. Ooh. That's getting me.
You better get it.
5 out of 4 people. I'm struggling, and I'm good at math.
Bro, read it.
5 out of 4 people struggle with math.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it should be
5
4
out of 4. It should be 4 out of 5. Come on, Kay.
Yeah.
You guys are tired or something.
No, I'm not tired, but okay, 5 out of 4 people. Well, I'm the dumb person that can't understand the T-shirt right here, and I know Gronk's really good at math, so he's got it. I want to ask you, Patrick, because last month we played a clip for Gronk from you, and it said, "Ask Gronk who got the better out of the practice battles." You guys are talking about it right here. So, do we have an answer finally of who this is, Patrick? What's your response to Gronk saying
as much as it pains me to say, he won. He won. I'll give it to you. I'll give you some. You got that one.
No, you're just
you gonna leave me hanging? That's messed up.
Oh, my bad. I appreciate you saying I won, but he's saying it like convincingly, like I won, like it was a cake. No, there was some days where Chung messed me up. Like he got me 5 out of 5 routes, and then he would come in struggling. I loved when you came in struggling, like, rah, I ain't feeling good today. And I'm like sitting there like, good, I'm gonna finally look good on the practice field. And then what do? I take advantage of it. I get open like 8 routes in a row on you. And then the next day I'm kind of sore. I'm struggling. I'm hurting. And you just absolutely messed me up about 5 plays in a row too. So it was a lot of back and forth. We made each other better players. That's for sure. And then my favorite was when you went into games and you absolutely dominated the tight end that you were going versus. And you did it many times, my man.
Real shit. I was going against the best, so it made me better. And first of all, one-on-ones shouldn't count. You know it.
I agree. It puts you guys in a tough situation, that's for sure. One-on-one, I got the whole field to go anywhere. And when it was one-on-one, you would kind of cover me on an out route, and then I would just turn it into an in route right away. So it was definitely unfair. I'll change it up a couple times when you got me.
Oh yeah. That was fun times. Good times, man. I miss those times.
Patrick, what do you remember about the Halloween parties that I used to hear about that the Patriots would have? Everyone wants to say that those years were no fun and whatever. Like, weren't there Halloween parties?
Yeah, we had one when Randy threw one. Bill was what was Bill? Was he like a pirate or something? Bill was a pirate, and we had a roller hockey rink. So I mean, those were fun, man. You said what?
No, I'm just laughing.
Oh yeah, roller hockey rink, Bills on roller skates, just rolling around. I mean, it brought out a good side of him for the team. A lot of camaraderie, like brotherhood and all that. So it was good. It was fun. It was good to see.
Gronk, here's my question. The sky is falling in New England. Then they get this win. And I was watching Bill Belichick like on TV breaking down how they got it. And he had that, like that smirk that he has where he's like, oh yeah, that's what it's like, and the confidence or whatever. How big was this win, and what has that done to the insides of that facility going into this week?
That win was crucial. That win was huge, not just for Coach Belichick, but for the whole organization and for the players. I would say it definitely boosted up their confidence because they beat a Buffalo Bills team. And Buffalo Bills, they've been at the top of the conference for so long now, for the last few years. But if you ask me, that celebration was pretty ridiculous, Chung. Whenever we celebrated just a little bit, we would get hounded. They just won one game and they celebrated like more than we would when we won a Super Bowl. That was like one of the most absurd celebrations. Like, I'm like, wow, they won a game. They went that crazy. Like, they acting like they never been there before, Chung. So what do you think about that? They're griddling or grittying all over the place, like to an absurd level. Chung, what do you think about it?
I mean, times are different, Gronk. You know that. I mean, younger kids, and at the same time, bro, it's division win, very much needed. So that's a big booster for the team. So whatever they got to do, celebrate all you want to. Just win some more games. We'll be good. But we did get hounded, though. I used to try to pump the crowd up when I was younger. And Bill would say, stop worrying about pumping up the crowd and cover the tight end. And I'm like, oh damn. All right, coach, my bad. My bad. But it's a different time. Let the kids have fun. If it's going to boost their morale and, get them going, in the right direction, then, I'm all for it.
I disagree. I have a question because these are data points you're giving me. That you used to not be able to celebrate. You'd get hounded. Y'all won championships. This team is not good right now, but they're being allowed to celebrate because times are different. Gronk, would this 2023 team, talent up, down, whatever, would they have much more success if Bill Belichick was the way he was when y'all played?
No, I'm sure he still is. There's no doubt about it. He's still coaching the same. The system's still the same. It's just that they're just celebrating a little bit more. He's a little bit more lenient on that side, which is no big difference. I mean, that doesn't affect the outcome of the game. They're still practicing hard, no doubt about it. They're still in the film room. They're still there all day doing what they need to do. He's still coaching the same the way that he coached us. So there's really no difference in that aspect.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, we love you. Anything else you want to say to Gronk before you go? He's being shy, but he's hosting some sort of LA Bowl situation, which I saw that he has not yet told me about, but it's going to happen December 16th at SoFi. Patrick, what if this game winds up being Arizona versus Oregon really quick? Yikes.
Oh, we want to do a little wager?
Yes, well, it technically can't be Arizona versus Oregon because it's the number 5th seed of the Pac-12 versus the number 1 seed of the Mountain West. I actually went to this bowl game. It was my last game I played at the University of Arizona, and we beat BYU in the Vegas Bowl. Actually, that's where it was at that time. But we can wager a little bet because Oregon has not played Arizona yet. And I got also a question for you as well, Patrick. What do you think about the split of the Pac-12? It's nothing like crazy. What do you think about the split of the Pac-12? Because the conference is so strong right now. We have so many good teams. Yeah. We got about 6 in the top 25 right now, and everyone's splitting out this year. It's disappointing to see. What do you think, my man?
Yeah, man, I think it's stupid, man. First of all, it's the Pac-10. Don't ever say Pac-12 to me. You know how it is back in the day. But it kind of sucks. You're just getting rid of a really good conference with really good teams. And, like you said, we're on the top right now. We have a lot of teams in the top 25. But money is king, I guess. It kind of sucks the way it's going down. But, hopefully we can finish strong and, see how it goes. But it does suck to see it go.
Mm-hmm.
Love talking to you both. I say you guys make the bet. Whoever loses, I get to take their phone and text Bill Belichick. That sounds great to me for what the wager should be. Patrick Chung, we love seeing you. 5 out of 4 people don't understand math. I still don't get it. I'm gonna sit with that one. I'm gonna go to the beach. and figure that one out by myself after this. But we got to let you go, being Gronk go, because we got to talk a little MLB action. We got a stud on the show. We got Dexter Fowler coming up right after this. See you, Patrick Chung. Love ya. We'll see you in a little bit. There's the smiley guy who hit the historic leadoff home run in Game 7 of the World Series. It's Dexter Fowler. Hey, Dex. Usually I'm in a beautiful studio. Usually I got the right light. I'm literally standing my ass in front of like a shoddy hotel situation, but we so appreciate you coming on.
I love it. We've been trying to do this for a while, but we finally got on.
Okay, we're going to get going.
You know what? I've been moving. I've been all over the place. Been moving and doing the whole nine with these kids. And
yeah,
life is way different when you're retired. I said I'm busier than I was when I played.
Really? Okay, well, I want to get into this a little bit. So we're going to start, we're going to kind of start on YouTube, and it'll be pop back up on TV, but we're to blow through it. Don't worry about it. Just, are you ready to talk and hang out?
That's right.
All right, let's do it. My next guest hit the historic leadoff home run in Game 7 that I was just talking about in the World Series, the first ever in Game 7 history. He'd go on to win that game and the World Series with my hometown team, the Chicago Cubs. He spent 14 years in the league. I'm talking Rockies, Cardinals, Astros, and Angels. Welcome, Dexter Fowler. Dexter, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm amazing. You're smiling. You're retired. I thought you were going to be crying about how you're not in the playoffs. What's up?
You know what? I was actually I was supposed to do the playoff games for the Cubs, but we kind of I don't know if I can say we messed the bed. I don't know if we can cuss on here. But
no, I want you to say it. Say it.
We shit the bed. We shit the bed the last week of the season, but I was supposed to do those playoff games doing TV now, so it kind of X'd me out. But this has been a fun playoffs to watch.
Okay. What's sticking out to you? Tell me.
You know what? The underdogs. The underdogs are beating the big dogs. Little bro is beating big bro. I did Fox earlier this year, and I said that the Rangers have to beat Houston. Like, that's big bro to them, and like Houston has been on top. And I got a text from Don Trell, and Don Trell said, looks like little bro beat big bro. So I kind of got my foot in my mouth right now.
No, I like it now, and you're smiling, and I wish that you were covering those Cubs postseason games. It didn't happen, but if you were doing that, you wouldn't be able to be dancing in lederhosen like we caught you a couple of weeks ago. What was going on here? What was this like?
Oktoberfest right there. First time, and my wife actually got me on the way home. Like there's the before and there's after. I don't even remember the after, but we definitely had fun. We were in one of those tents. I probably was on my 5th or 6th beer, and yeah, that I guess that's how you got to do Oktoberfest. But that was a once in a lifetime thing, and then we went to the Ryder Cup, so it was a great trip.
I love it. Now, I have Marissa McBride is one of my producers on the show. She's a big Philly girl. She talks about the Eagles all of the time. We're always talking about the Phillies. The Phillies dominated the World Series. I didn't pick the Braves to win. Everyone was on me about it. They were the faves, of course. You're talking underdogs. They were undefeated at home. Wild fans in baseball. Like the magic, everything seemed to be on the Braves side. Like, why did the wheels fall off, and why should I support this Phillies team?
Well, the Phillies just got knocked out, so we're good with that. Like the Diamondbacks, I'm happy.
I didn't even know that. That's why I need you, Fowler.
Hey, the Diamondbacks, man, you know what? It's the hot team. The hot team wins, right? It's not always the best team in baseball. And I tell people all the time, I say the 5-day layoff that the Braves had and the Dodgers had, that got them. You can't take 5 days off baseball and try to go back and win something. That's tough to do.
I meant, why did the Phillies lose, not the Braves? I knew the Braves lost, and I felt smart about it. And then the Phillies just lost. So Marissa must be in LA just crying in a corner right now, because I thought they were going to go all the way. And then they had Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce like chugging beers. I thought it was going to happen.
You know what? They had all the stars. You know what happens when you have all the stars in the stands? It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. It worked out for us, actually. But we had, that was 108 years in waiting. But for the Phillies, they're gonna have to wait another year. And coming up, like, this is gonna be the underdogs, right? You got the Rangers and Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, flip a coin. They're both playing good baseball right now.
Well, right. For the Rangers, they're doing it, trying it for the first time ever. And the Diamondbacks, their first World Series appearance since they won, and that was way back in 2001, forever ago. Which players are you looking for when it comes to World Series MVP, and who do you have taking home the crown?
I think the first two up there, yeah, you can't go wrong with those. And like you said, if I got, you know what, I'm gonna throw Christian Walker a lot higher than Kentel Marte. You know why? Because he already won the MVP for the NLCS, and I feel like there's always that guy. And I think Christian Walker is that guy. If they win, it's going to be on Christian Walker's back.
And then Garcia, you're not giving him any love for being like the biggest villain I've ever seen in MLB history.
Oh, Adolis was my old teammate. Couldn't be one of my favorite teammates. Nicest dude ever. I loved him in the clubhouse. He was with me in St. Louis, and you know what? I saw him at a Cowboys game, and I'm a huge Cowboys fan, so I was happy to see him, having the success he's had, because his talent is crazy, and the dude is massive. I remember he came in the weight room one time, and I was like, you're not supposed to eat the weights.
Right, but give me the softer side of him, because whenever I see the highlights, and I'm an NFL girl. We'll talk your Cowboys in a second to wrap it, but he's showing up pitchers on home runs. He's getting the benches to clear. He's booed relentlessly. Like, he's not a villain. He's a sweetheart.
He's an awesome dude. Awesome dude. Great teammate. You would love to have him on your team. But you know what? You know what they say? Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, we'll see if he's the bear for the rest of the series. I love that. Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. We got about 30 seconds. Make your case for these Cowboys, baby.
My Cowboys are going to do it. We say this every year. I know I'm going to hear some flack. I know I'm going to hear all this. Cowboys every year, they're going to be, you know what? But they started off well, and they kind of hit a little few road bumps. But I think they'll come back. You know what? I see them beating the 49ers.
Well,
I see them beating the 49ers. I see them beating the 49ers.
A couple weeks ago, Dex, I wouldn't believe you, but that's excellent analysis. Hopefully they can do it. Tune in Friday night for Game 1 of the World Series and check out Dexter giving his analysis. Up next season on the Marquee Network. Fowler, I want to see you in studio someday. We'll figure this out.
I know. I'll come to studio. I'll come to studio, and you know what? I'll be at Game 1 in the World Series, so we'll see.
Enjoy it, Dex. Thank you. Who's winning the World Series?
I gotta go Rangers. I want Diamondbacks, but I gotta go Rangers.
All right, and I'm gonna go to FanDuel Sportsbook with that information. You're the best, Dex. Thank you.
Have a good one. We'll talk to you.
Good luck with the carpool and them driving the minivan.
You know what?